Hello YouTubers and fellow Whovians, and once again welcome to another Doctor Who action figure review by Media Obsessed Whovian 95. And as you can see today, I shall be taking a look at the figure of Amelia Pond, a character that was seen in the 11th Hour. This of course is the young version of the iconic companion played by Karen Gillan, Amy Pond, but this version was played by Caitlin Blackwood, and she was actually the real-life cousin of Karen Gillan. So what do you know? Small world. And this figure came out, I think, in 2011, I believe, and I think that it's a decent figure. First off, let's take a look at the articulation. The head, it can move a bit, but you can't really make it move like side to side, just like that, basically. I think that's due to the hair, because the hair hinders an exorcist twist. The arms can do some movement, but seeing as this is a small figure, it is a bit tricky. But you can do it. The biceps, they can do a 360-degree turn, and the elbows can move up and down. There is articulation at the wrists, but again very stiff, probably due to being a smaller size figure in this 5-inch line, and there's a bit of articulation in the legs, and you can see there's articulation points at the knees. So, but again, it's kind of hindered by the dress that Amelia is wearing. Now onto the detail, and I have to say, for a smaller figure in this range, I think they've done a spectacular job. Character options. I think this would have absolutely failed if this was part of the 3 3/4 range, because you know how I don't like that range of figures, and this is about the same size as a 3 3/4 inch figure, or just about anyway. Maybe it's a bit taller or a bit smaller. I don't know, because I don't own them. But I think that this is a decent figure. I think they've got a decent likeness to Caitlin Blackwood. I don't think it's the best likeness that they've ever done in the world, but it's decent enough. They've sculpted the hair very well. They've given the ginger look, and they've added like a dark wash of paint on top of it, which I think suits the character very nicely. It suits the figure very nicely. It represents what we saw on screen, and I like how they sculpted the hair as well. Just may give him that little wavy look, because that's how it looked in the programme. I think her dress is nice. You've got the red cardigan on top of the dress. That's very nice, and they've even sculpted it, all the stitching and everything like that. And, you know, at the cuffs, I think they've done a good job. It just carries on this pattern, and then for the dress itself, you got it painted white with this red pattern going down, like this zigzaggy pattern. I think it looks just like how she did in the 11th Hour, and you've got these 3 red buttons here at the chest area, and she is wearing red boots, and they've given a sort of wash there to make it look like she's been outside in the back garden to find that the TARDIS have just crash landed there. So overall, very nice detail for a small figure. Decent articulation. I think this is actually quite a good figure. One I didn't expect to be that good, and one I didn't really plan on picking up. I got this around the time it was released, so I think it's a decent effort that was being made by Character Options here. And here is Amelia, stood alongside the Raggedy Man himself, Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, And I think that these two together on the shelf work very well together, because all the scenes with Amelia in this particular episode were exchanged with Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, after he just regenerated from the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant. And most of the scenes that take place, they wear these clothes. So I'm kind of glad that they released a figure of Amelia Pond, because we already had an Amy Pond by this point. But I'm really glad that they released Amelia so that we could recreate those scenes at the start of the 11th Hour, as well as scenes at the end, such as the confrontation with Prisoner Zero. So yeah, it gets a huge thumbs up from me, and I'm actually quite glad that they did go ahead and release Amelia Pond. And here she is alongside her grown-up counterpart, as played by Karen Gillan, who is also known as Amy Pond. Thank you very much for watching this action figure review of Amelia Pond, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and comment below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to me, the Obsesstuvian 95.